Hello, Life Groups. Thank you for gathering today. We're continuing in our Thankful series, and if you were with us last week, we started to shift our focus towards the Christmas story, and this week is no different. Last week, we talked about the story of Mary and Elizabeth and how the angel Gabriel visited Mary and told her everything that was going to happen, and we looked at her response to that news. This week, we're staying within the story of Mary, but we're going to shift our focus over to Joseph, and he finds out that Mary is pregnant, and because he's a good guy, right, he decided to not expose Mary to public disgrace, which ultimately could have ended in her death, but he planned to divorce her quietly instead. But then an angel visits Joseph and explains how everything's going to work and how it's all going to take place, and that he shouldn't be afraid to take Mary as his wife. And Joseph, he was faithful to the law. He would have read about and he would have known about all the prophecies about the Messiah, and all of a sudden he is thrust into the middle of this story. And he did as the Lord commanded, and he took Mary as his wife. Now, we're going to fast forward into this story into Matthew chapter 2, and at this point, Jesus has been born. The shepherds have come to visit Jesus. The Magi have brought their gifts, and Mary and Joseph are living and waiting in Bethlehem. And Scripture tells us that when the Magi had left, an angel appeared to Joseph again and said to him that they needed to escape to Egypt because King Herod was searching for the child and was planning on killing Jesus. So in the middle of the night, Joseph takes Mary and baby Jesus and they leave for Egypt, staying there until King Herod has died. After Herod died, an angel visits Joseph again, saying it was safe to return home, and so they settle in Nazareth. And what we see throughout this entire story of Joseph is that God provided strength when the future was unknown. Right? He didn't know what the future held. He didn't know how people would respond to the news that Mary was pregnant or how it would impact his carpentry business. There were so many unknowns, but yet he trusted God. God also provided material things when they needed it most. The Magi bringing expensive gifts that would help fund their trip to Egypt and provide for their needs while they're away for many years. And God provided safety when his family was in danger, right? God had a plan, and God provided an avenue of escape for when his family was threatened. And I think that as we look at our own lives, we see the evidence of God giving us strength, God providing for our needs, and God providing protection at just the right time. We continue to see that God is trustworthy, and we can continually be thankful for a God who would do that for us. Enjoy your discussion today.